Hello, dear colleagues and friends. I hope you're having a really good end to your week. If you're watching this at any other time of the week, good day, whatever, I do hope to make these videos timeless for you. So this is Tracy Brown. I'm a somatic dietitian and a tune eating specialist. And just to kind of give you a summary of what's going on around here at our our group here where we do a lot of counseling skills training is that soon I'm going to be having a name change to the group just to make it more clear about what it's about and the kind of resources you can get here. So we'll be looking for that really soon. Number two is that somatic nutrition counseling skills training starts next week. That's January 31st, 2020. And tomorrow is pretty much the last day that I'm kind of keeping the doors open because first week's pre-work homework goes out tomorrow, where you can start studying the teaching materials and the modules and just getting kind of familiar with what we're going to learn about in these hands-on sessions each week. So if you're still interested, please let me know and I'll send you the link to register and you can get all of that work. Probably the last day you're going to want to try to hop in is maybe at the beginning of next week, so you have time to get through some of the materials before we do our discussion sessions. So anyway, I just want to give a really quick video about something that a new client told me about 2 weeks ago. So she contacted me, she found me through somebody else and set up a clarity call. And I just want to tell you straight from her mouth is that the reason she hired me and chose me as her non-diet dietitian is just because I spend a good bit of time with her, getting to know her circumstance and helping her feel at ease with the process and having an expectancy about what's going to happen. And so that's the reason. She'd already talked to a dietitian or two, and the reason she hired me was just because I spent so much time with her. That was it. And I know sometimes we think that doing these clarity calls takes up all our time for free. I don't see them like that at all. I really see them as a way to connect with people, to help them feel at ease, to know what's going to happen, and to know who they're going to share their vulnerable stuff with. And they're already a little bit ready to get started that first session. And honestly, that helps me kind of know what kind of client I'm going to be working with. And, you know, in our first session, she presented a lot more overwhelmed than she did in the clarity call. But I could sense that there was some of that lostness already there. So I wasn't that surprised when we got towards the middle of our first session, and you know, she was struggling a lot more than she'd let on. But again, I had kind of known that going in. And so even if people fill out your forms and they talk about what they're looking for, when we get in the moment of it, we might discover there's a lot more going on that they have already shared with us before the first session, and we're more ready and they feel more trusting to dive deep. So straight from a new client's mouth of mine is that the reason she hired me is because I spent a good bit of time with her doing clarity calls and just helping her be ready, because I don't think she was 100% ready, and not because she wasn't struggling enough. It's just because she'd been struggling a long time. Was still trying to do it I'll figure it out kind of mode, and why can't I figure this out mode, and just by me kind of coaching her through some of the barriers of why she wasn't able to kind of get this figured out on her own is what made her sign up. So I'm just putting that out there to you all, is that it is worth the time in so many ways, not just in having clients on your schedule that you can help, but building a relationship off right away, helping our clients have expectancy about who we are, how we're going to help them, and what's going to happen. And I got to tell you, this person, we don't often get clients who are just like, yes, let me give you my money and let's get going, and I'm not scared of anything and I'll do whatever you say. That pretty much happens 1 out of 10 times, to be honest. This was one of these clients who was on the fence. And again, just by spending time with her, I know she's going to be a great client, and she's going to get a lot of freedom. It's just that she didn't know what to expect, if that could actually happen to her. And honestly, if anybody could help her, okay? So because she's read all the things, all the books, and really just needed some care and somebody to walk beside her in a relationship to see that it was possible, and to give her some hope. I think that's what these first sessions do that maybe you don't get paid for. But I spend a good 30 minutes to an hour. Occasionally they're short 15-minute little mini sessions, but most of the time it's longer because sometimes people need that just to feel like they can take that next step. So I want to encourage you to not think of these as how much time you're spending. It's really about you're doing a lot of work that builds relationship. And that's what helps heal people anyway, and what this group is all about. So if you have any questions about those, please let me know. I'd be happy to chat more with you. And those of you who came live, thank you so much for your presence and for your time. If you need something from me, please tag me and ask me, and I'd be happy to help. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a really great rest of your week. And I will put the link to the course just in case you're interested and you want to read more about it. If you don't get in at this round, I will be running it for sure this time next year. I may run it again next September. I'm not 100% positive. I really want to. The likelihood is high that I will, probably 75%. But I've got a lot of other projects going on this year, so but the probability is still high. So if you missed out in January on the Trauma-Informed Nutrition Counseling Skills course, we're gonna most likely run it again next September. So if money was your barrier, gonna be saving up now. If you have some questions about it, again, please private message me. We'll take some time to chat about it. So thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.